We've actually got an interrupter. You'll actually be like, you'll like to hear this. It's the Southend game that we're going to now. Southend versus Dorking with Harrison Richards at Roots Hall. Harrison, can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate, yes.
Can you give me a little run through of what's going down in Southend?
Absolutely. So the warm-ups are well underway and the stands are filling at the moment. We've got team news here. It's 2 changes for Southend as Dimitri actually comes out of the side, and so does Cocker, replaced by Woodman and Morton. For Dorking, it's a whole host of changes. They've got about 6 changes where Rutherford, who's only come back from an ACL and open heart surgery, he's starting today. And Bowman, who's been out since January, is also starting. So positive news for Dorking, and it should be a good game. It's only the 5th ever encounter between the 2 sides, so we're hoping for a good game today.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Harrison. We're going to go to Harrison, who's down at Southend. Harrison, have you got an update for us?
Just to say that it's Southend 0, Dorking 0. First 20 minutes, not a lot has happened. It's been very flat, to be fair. But I'd say Southend are just getting on top now, as you can probably hear. A few crosses in the box, a few corners, and a couple of set pieces that have troubled the Dorking defence, but no goals yet, still 0-0.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Harrison. We've got a goal at Southend. Harrison, can you tell us about it?
I can indeed. It is 1-0 to Southend, and it's an incredible strike. It's a free kick, and Scott Morris takes it. He bends it over the wall and right into the top corner. Nothing to keep to do about that one. So Southend 1, Dorking 0. I'm sure Zach's happy about that.
Thank you. We're going to go to Zach. And Zach, I think you want to cross your fingers now. We're going to Harrison down at Southend. Harrison, what have you got to tell us?
All good for Zach. It's still Southend 1, Dorking 0. It's actually a change for Dorking already with Mewett, who's the one on the yellow card. He's gone off for Blair. So I don't know if that's classic Mark White or if he's just frustrated with the performance because they haven't been at the races so far, but still 1-0 Southend.
Thank you, Harrison. I bet Zach was relieved to hear that. Thank you. We're going to now go to Harrison with a half-time score. Harrison, it's half-time. What can you tell us?
Yeah, it's half-time. Southend 1, Dorking 0. I'd say a deserved lead for the hosts. A bit of quality. There's not been too many chances in the game for either team, but a bit of quality from Scott Morris sees the host lead at the break. So 1-0 Southend at half-time.
Perfect, thank you. We're going to go to Southend now. Zach, cross your fingers. Harrison, what have you got for us?
Still all good for Zach. It's still 1-0 Southend, but Dorking have definitely started the half better. There was a cross towards the back post, which Pryor headed just wide of the post. Their best chance of the game, and they're definitely in this still. So, still 1-0 Southend, though.
Thank you, and Harrison, you're definitely making some people smile in the studio. Now, again, we're going to cross over. No time for the panellists. We've got in Southend with Harrison. Harrison, what's going on?
Not much, mate, to be honest. It's fairly comfortable Southend. Still 1-0. There was a half chance there. A little header that was just over the bar, and a corner for Southend now, which is comfortably cleared, and that's been the story of the game. Yeah, I think it's been defences on top. Just one bit of quality from Southend in the first half, which has found them 1-0 up. But still 1-0 Southend.
Perfect, thank you, and Zach will definitely be pleased to hear that again. I'll keep mentioning it, but you do love your Southend. We're going to go back to Southend with Harrison. Harrison, what can you tell us?
It's a top save from Mayo in goal for Dorking. As a bridge has a strike from about 25 yards out to dive into his left. Mayo tips it around the post for a corner, which is subsequently cleared. But it's been a poor display from Dorking, just all around the pitch, to be honest. But there's 75 fans that have travelled down. They're still making noise. They're loving it. So they've deserved a better display, but it's still 1-0 Southend.
Perfect. Thank you, Harrison. And we're going to go to Harrison in Southend. Harrison, could you make Zach a happy man, please?
I can make him a happy man. It's full time here. Southend 2, Dorking 0. And to be fair to Dorking, since the second goal, they started playing a little bit. They did hit the post from across, but wasn't to be with that one. But for the majority, they have played like a bunch of amateurs. And Southend picked up a deserved 3 points, which moves them closer to the playoffs. So full time here. Southend 2, Dorking 0.
Thank you, Harrison. And yeah, thank you for going all the way to Southend. And Zach definitely thanks you as well.